What's up, growers? How's it growing? Thanks for joining me at High Hopes Garden. Today we are going to pickle some dragon's tail radish. You'll join me in the kitchen in just a moment. I'm going to pick some dragon's tail radish. I have a bunch of them right here. Look at that. This is all dragon's tail radish. So, truth be told, I actually accidentally deleted the video where I was picking the radishes that I had already pickled and recorded. So we're gonna skip the picking process because, you know, I'm gonna wait for the next batch to pickle. But join me inside as I show you how we actually pickled it. Hello, well, we are finally in the kitchen doing our pickled radishes, our pickled dragon tail radishes, a radish of a different color, because they're purple, not red. Okay, so let me adjust the camera a little bit here so that you can actually see what is going on over here. All right, here we have our workspace. We are going to take our pickled radishes that are soaking here to make sure that they stay nice and fresh for me. We are going to cut them to size, also trimming off the little tops here. We don't need those. We're going to cut them to size and put them in these lovely little jars. We're going to add some garlic toe in there. If I had red onions, I would probably add red onions in there too because they're delicious pickled as well, something I very much enjoy. We have some apple cider vinegar here, some cheapy stuff, not the good stuff with the mother, unfortunately. And we have some Morton canning and pickle salt. Now you can just use seasoning salt for your brine. I'm sorry, not seasoning salt, sea salt for your brine, but I have this in the cupboard, so I'm going to use it. Oh, and one thing I have to get out of the cabinet. I'm also going to be putting some celery seed. I'm going to put some celery seed in the brine as well. I am very much a fan of how celery tastes, and I saw a recipe that added the celery seed in it, and I'm going to try it out. So here we go. We are going to go ahead and trim these bad boys up, get them in the jar, and then get our brine ready. So I'll see you back here when these are all cut up. So let's talk a little bit about radishes. The benefits of radishes, you guys, are just out of this world. If you cannot incorporate raw radishes into your diet, I would suggest finding a way to incorporate cooked or flavored radishes into your diet somehow, some way, because they are pretty delicious. Deliciously good for you. Let's go over a little bit while I cut these things. No, actually, oh, for the love of Pete. I forgot what I was saying. The kind of benefits you get from radishes. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying here. That's what I'm saying here. So let's talk about it. They are anti-cancer. I mean, that in itself right there is a winner chicken dinner. They are anti-cancer. They loosen mucus and congestion. So, you know, radishes, that little spice bite to them, that might help you out on the inside, man. They help liver and kidney function. They are loaded with vitamin C. You wouldn't actually expect it. You wouldn't expect a lot of things to be loaded with vitamin C that are, actually. And they regulate fluids. Lots of really cool things about radishes. And there's so many different types of kinds. I mean, here we have the dragon's tail radish, the weirdest kind you might actually see. Then you have all kinds of different kinds that are actually in the ground radishes. You have red, purple, white. I think there's even candy cane striped ones. Lots of different ones. So stop sleeping on radishes, guys. They are wonderful for you. And if you cook them right and pickle them right, or get them to taste right for you, then have at it. It's your powerhouse. One of your powerhouse veggies out there. Okay, we've got the rest of these cut here. It's going to be absolutely beautiful when we get the vinegar mix in here, the brine in here, and all that beautiful color is going to come out. So one of the things I need to do here is make sure that all these little things right here sticking up are going to go beneath the surface, because the brine needs to absolutely cover what we got going on in here to make sure everything is pickled properly. And I might need to get another jar, just because I have a bit more than I thought I did, actually. So we're gonna make sure that that is nice and down in there, giving us some headroom, right? Because we gotta get that. We're gonna put some garlic in there. Put a few things of garlic in there. Okay, let's get this one cleaned up a little bit. That one's a little long, that one's a little long. That one's a little long. You can put a little bit more in there too. Let's cut these long ones real quick. They're sticking out. And then we can load it back up and see what kind of room we have. Definitely going to have to get a new jar. We're definitely going to have to get another one. I specifically went downstairs to get these wide mouths for this reason. Now I need another jar, so now I'm using a skinny mouth. They would be easier to get out of the wide mouth jar just because you kind of got to go in and grab them with the length of them. But that's all right. That's all right, man. That's all right. Get these snug as a bug in a rug. So yeah, as we finish getting these suckers in the jar, we're going to think about our brine here. So, as I said in the beginning of the kitchen portion of this, we have some apple cider vinegar. You can use regular white vinegar. You can use probably a pickling vinegar or canning vinegar. I have lots of white vinegar, but I'm going to be honest, I've never actually canned anything with apple cider vinegar before. This recipe that I found calls for apple cider vinegar. That's what they used. So I'm going to use it because I'm curious. I want to see how it turns out. And again, I'm going to be using some pickling and canning salt over here because I have it. Otherwise, you can use sea salt. And I got a couple more cloves left here, so I'll stick those in. I feel like I need more garlic in there. Let me go get some more garlic. I don't know, my rule of thumb is you can never have too much garlic. And you know, after looking at how much garlic is in each of these jars, I just decided there's clearly not enough. Clearly there needs to be more. So here I have some lovely sprouting garlic. Been in the fridge just a mite too long, I'd say. So let's get some of this garlic, these garlic cloves ready. Okay, let's get into this brine. We have our saucepan, and that is going to go on the stove and boil our mix. So here we have our apple cider vinegar. I got the cheapy Walmart kind. It is not the good kind with the mother, but it is what it is, right? So there's a couple different ways to do brine. It kind of is a based on taste type of thing, right? That's how you make your brine. There's real basic brines where it's just vinegar, water, and salt. There's more intricate brines where they have a lot of other things to them. I personally like simplicity. Simplicity is the name of the game over here. So we have apple cider vinegar, we have pickling salt, and water. That is your three main ingredients for your brine to get it to, you know, that pickling scenario, if you will. You can do equal parts of vinegar and water. And again, it's to taste. So if you like vinegar, then, you know, if you like it nice, tart, and pickly, you can do the equal parts. Or you can do like 1 cup vinegar and 3 cups water. That kind of thing. Salt is also going to be to taste, okay? Whether you have sea salt, canning salt, or you use some just regular old table salt. I don't even know if that would work well, but I don't see why it wouldn't. So salt is also going to be to taste. You can have 1 tablespoon, 1.5 tablespoons, 2 tablespoons. Like, do you like things salty or not? So really, when you do your brine, it's kind of to taste. Like I said, I'm going to be doing some celery seed also in my brine to give it a little bit of flavor. So I am actually going to. I was originally going to do a 1-to-1 ratio. However, I think I'm going to do. Is it 1 to 3? 1 cup vinegar to 3 cups water with about 2 tablespoons of salt. That's going to be my recipe with, and a little bit goes a long way on the celery seed, honestly. So I'm probably going to do like a teaspoon of celery seed. Because this is the first time I'm making this, I want to be a little bit safer so that I kind of know what I can do going forward, okay? Because I'll probably be doing these again. So I have 3 jars that I have to fill up here. And like I said, I don't want to fill it up with something that I can't eat because it's way too pickly or way too vinegary or whatever the case may be. So we're going to start off slow and do a 1 to 3 ratio brine, I guess you could say. And hi. Oh, he came back with goodies. No. We're gonna do a 1 to 3 ratio, brine, because like I said, we want to go safe first. So let's get this pouring. Okay, here we go. We're gonna open up the apple cider vinegar. We're gonna do 1 cup apple cider vinegar. Are you crying, Papa? 1 cup of vinegar to 3 cups of water. There's 2 cups, and we need 1 more cup in here. All right, that's 1 cup. And then we're going to do 2 tablespoons of pickling and canning salt. Make sure I can actually pour it out of here. This is a 1 tablespoon spoon. This might be slightly difficult. There's 1. Good. You know, it's close enough, right? Oh, maybe 1, maybe a little bit more than 2. That went kind of fast. All right, so now we're going to stir this up. I'm going to put just a bit of celery salt in here. I don't have a teaspoon by me, so I'm just going to kind of wing it. Now, we have our brine. We're going to stir it up, get it boiling on the stove, get everything dissolved, and then it's going to be ready to pour in our jars. All right, it is done dissolving. It is at a slight boil. All right, here we have our brine mix with vinegar, water, and salt, and a bit of celery seed for flavor. This is going to be going into the jars. We're going to submerge the pickles, or the radishes, I should say. Making sure that they're totally submerged so they can do their thing.
Some celery seed in here that didn't really want to transfer. Let's divvy up the rest of it.
Okay, so now we are going to lightly place our jars on here. We're going to let these sit. I got some plastic ones for these. We're going to let these sit with the jars not completely closed for about a few hours until it completely cools down. You do not want to put these in the fridge right now because of the boiling water. We don't want any accidents to happen, any explosions of glass. You can already see the color of the radishes coming through in the brine. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, these are going to stay here for probably a few hours. They're going to be going into the fridge, and then they'll be good for a couple of weeks. So eat your radishes. They're a great condiment this way, pickled radishes. Put them in salads and whatever else. Try it out. You can make regular pickled radishes, or you can make dragon's tail pickled radishes. So had a lot of fun with this today. I can't wait to try them tomorrow when they're ready to eat. And yeah, thank you everybody, and like, subscribe, share for more learning, more kitchen concoctions and experiments. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.